My favorite stop at the Woodworking Show's January event in Springfield, Massachusetts is the guy outside the front door with the Wood-Mizer bandsaw mill who sells slabs of fresh cuts right there. This year I picked up a 9/4 red oak slab, and being a sucker for book-match walnut, I snagged a 6/4 set. They also let me raid the scrap pile for free, which had lots of good stuff in it. Feeling like I was getting away with something, I tossed it all in the magic minivan and headed out. Unfortunately, this was just as some maker royalty was heading in, so I missed the party, which may or may not have included some Izzy spooning. In any case, with some help, I managed to wrangle it all into my basement. Fresh-cut lumber has a very high moisture content and must be dried carefully before using it in furniture projects. This particular slab had a moisture content anywhere from 20 to 40%. I started the stack with the smallest scrap pieces. To help with air circulation, I used wooden stickers between each layer. And I probably shouldn't have moved the red oak slab myself. I finished off the stack with the bigger pieces of scrap, only to realize that I still needed access to the ends of the slabs for sealing. Sealing helps prevent checking, which is cracking in the ends due to accelerated moisture loss at the end grain. I just used leftover latex paint, but a dedicated product like Anchor Seal might work better. I restacked, but once again realized I needed access to the ends. As I tend to get lumber every year, I label the slabs in order to keep track of them. A label printer and a stapler work well for this job. I did slack a little bit, and I didn't book match the labels on the walnut. As with anything, it is possible to take this a little bit too far. I then restacked, hopefully the last time for a while. I set up a fan for the first week or so to increase air circulation. The classic teaching is that it will take 1 year per inch of thickness to air dry lumber. I have found that in a semi-conditioned space like a basement, with the help of a dehumidifier, the process can be significantly accelerated. To see what is possible with this process, let's go all the way back to the year 2015. At that time, I picked up some book-matched walnut, dried it in the same manner, and surfaced it with my router sled. The moisture content is holding at 7.5%, which is more than adequate for furniture projects. As for the scraps I picked up at that time, I was able to mill them up for picture frames, which turned out pretty well. Even though this process is definitely faster than traditional air drying, you still do need to have some patience. After 6 months, I decided to do a spot check to see where we stood in the process. There was some noticeable checking on the end of the red oak slab, which may have been helped by a better sealing product than latex paint. As far as moisture content is concerned, the thicker slab was down to about 15% and the walnut under 11%. The smallest scraps were down to under 8%, which is certainly dry enough to use.